But there's all these drugs, Zoloft, Prozac. I want to have one drug encompassing it all. Call it fuck it all. I don't feel anything. I don't want to do anything. Fuck it all. The closest thing to a coma you'll ever be. Fuck it all. I'm sitting here in my own dung. Fuck it all. But the scary thing about drugs like that is they always have some horrible side effect, like may cause artificial insemination. What? What do you mean? Like there's a product called Olestra, which is a very strange thing. Olestra? What is that? Well, it said on the little side of the chips, it said, may cause anal leakage. That's not a side effect. If my ass is going... I think that's an effect, really. I think if it's fire in the hole, bad day. If you're going, how you doing, Bob? Oh, just a little anal leakage, Ted. Bob, you want to get out of the pool right now?
Samuel L. Jackson on Go the Fuck to Sleep.
I was anxious to do the audio read of this book because my agent has twins, and he gave me the book. I read it, and I fell out laughing. And I remember all those times when I did read to my daughter when she was that age. And everybody tells you reading stories will put kids to sleep, but it never works. It didn't in my house. Actually, if I picked her up and made up a story, it worked a lot better. But I did say go the fuck to sleep to her a lot. And I think at some point she would look at me when I would come in her room, and she would look at me and say, go the fuck to sleep, Daddy? And I would say, yeah, go the fuck to sleep.
Audible Inc. presents Go the Fuck to Sleep. Written by Adam Mansbach. Narrated by Samuel L. Jackson.
The cats nestle close to their kittens. The lambs have laid down with the sheep. You're cozy and warm in your bed, my dear. Please go the fuck to sleep. The windows are dark in the town, child. The whales huddle down in the deep. I'll read you one very last book if you swear you'll go the fuck to sleep. The eagles who soar through the sky are at rest, and the creatures who crawl, run, and creep. I know you're not thirsty. That's bullshit. Stop lying. Lie the fuck down, my darling, and sleep. The wind whispers soft through the grass, hun. The field mice, they make not a peep. It's been 38 minutes already. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Go to sleep. All the kids from daycare are in dreamland. The froggy has made his last leap. Hell no, you can't go to the bathroom. You know where you can go? The fuck to sleep. The owls fly forth from the treetops. Through the air they soar and they sweep. A hot crimson rage fills my heart, love. For real, shut the fuck up and sleep. The cubs and the lions are snoring, wrapped in a big, snuggly heap. How come you can do all this other great shit, but you can't lie the fuck down and sleep? The seeds slumber beneath the earth now, and the crops that the farmers will reap. No more questions. This interview's over. I've got 2 words for you, kid. Fucking sleep. The tiger reclines in the simmering jungle. The sparrow has silenced her cheep. Fuck your stuff, bear. I'm not getting you shit. Close your eyes, cut the crap, sleep. The flowers doze low in the meadows, and high on the mountains so steep. My life is a failure. I'm a shitty-ass parent. Stop fucking with me, please, and sleep. The giant pangolins of Madagascar are snoozing as I lie here and openly weep. Sure, fine, whatever. I'll bring you some milk. Who the fuck cares? You're not gonna sleep. This room is all I can remember. The furniture, crappy and cheap. You win. You escape. You run down the hall as I nod the fuck off and sleep. Leery and dazed, I awaken to find your eyes shut. So I keep my fingers crossed tight as I tiptoe away and pray that you're fucking asleep. We're finally watching our movie. Popcorn's in the microwave. Beep. Oh, shit. God damn it. You gotta be kidding. Come on. Go the fuck back to sleep.
Live from the Raw Talk Studios in Southwest Florida, it's the Charles Richardson Show.
It is Hump Day, everybody, the 24th of April, 2024. Happy Hump Day. I am in here, wide awake, not going the fuck to sleep, not for a couple hours at least. As much as I peep and queep and beep, whatever. Yes, it is me and only me. Solo me. It is me. However, if you would like to join the show, the number is on the bottom, 813-699-5353. That is a local number. That is not a toll-free number. Too cheap to go ahead and get a toll-free number. I don't know. It's the way it is. You know, when I start getting residual income from advertisers and sponsors and there's all this other shit, then maybe I'll look into getting a toll-free number. As it is right now, screw it. That's what you're going to get. Anyway, welcome to the show. All right, I'm doing this solo, Jones, so what's going on? Wednesday. It is the 24th of April, 2024. We are now in the final under 10 days until my wife's 40th birthday. She's not here. She's not feeling good today. So she is taking it. She's probably going to be the one to go to fuck to sleep. She's probably going to be that one, which is okay. I mean, when you're not feeling good, it's like, you don't want to go to work. You don't want to do anything. And yet she's still feeding the dogs, still taking care of our child, but she won't rest. I mean, it's like she's almost as stubborn as I am. I mean, when I'm sick, I'm dead to the world. I'm like, get me in bed, give me the covers, put that air down to like 60 fucking degrees, and just let me just play dead. Let me just play dead, and that way, everything will be fine. Like 72 hours. I mean, really, that's what it is. When you're not feeling well, you need rest. And that's what she needs. I mean, that's all she needs, really. But you watch. Tomorrow, if she's still feeling, I don't feel good, she's still going to work. I'm like, baby, you got time off. Take the time off. Take a day. You hardly call out sick. I mean, you do occasionally, like very, very rarely, but it's only when it's absolutely necessary. You've gone into work sick. And it's like, ever since COVID, don't you think it's like, listen, if you feel a millimeter over 98.6, you should stay home. Isn't that how all corporations are working nowadays? If you have a little bit of dry mouth or a scratchy throat, or if you wake up with eye boogers in your eyes that you have to go ahead and scratch out, you stay home. We don't want you here. But no, I'm okay. Just once I get moving and I have my coffee, coffee's like the everything. Coffee's like everything to her. She needs the coffee. She has to have the coffee. I don't get it. I don't know what coffee does. It's like the super drug. Like it they put some magic formula in this thing called coffee. And apparently it's in the donut shop Keurig cups. I don't know what it is, but it's tasty. I like it. And I kind of pop in a Keurig, slam it down, and push a button, and out comes this magical, hot, steamy black goo. That's coffee. I put a little creamer in it. I got my favorite kind of creamer. I like the flavored creamer. You like the white mocha. I have this one from International Delights called the Bridgerton taste. I'm over here thinking it was going to taste like pussy because that's mainly what they show on Bridgerton. If you ever seen it on Netflix, look at season 1. If you want to have clean, fun, softcore porn, honestly, that is the show to get because literally almost every other scene is them fucking somebody. Honestly. And the main turnaround is this king or prince, whatever, gets with the lady of the flavor of the month, whatever, their social season, and he claims like, well, I can't get anybody pregnant. You're not going to be able to have child with me and stuff like that because I don't have the genes for it, or I don't have the sperm for it. That says it another way. But it turns out, he goes ahead, he pulls out and jizzes all over the place. It turns out the girl's like, I got an idea. Because it's always missionary style when he does it. Well, she flipped the script. She wrote him until he came. What did you do? Like he's all worried. Like, bitch, you told me you can't get me pregnant. Oh, wait. A couple months later, I'm throwing up. I'm pregnant. Yeah, lying sack of shit. Just wanted to go ahead and get all the ass he could. Anyway, so I bought the Bridgerton creamer. It's actually pretty good. I mean, it actually tells you what it's supposed to taste like, and pussy and pussy juice that wasn't on there. So it's like it was some type of berries and cream, like an English berry flavor. I don't know, but I like it. It's actually kind of cool. Alyssa tried it. She didn't really care for it. She'd rather do her white chocolate mocha, which is fine. You have your white chocolate mocha. I got my Bridgerton. We'll drink coffee together. And I have this big mug. I'm sorry, it's a mug for me, but she calls it a soup bowl. It has a handle on it, though. I'm over here thinking, if it was a bowl, it wouldn't have a handle on it. It has a handle on it. It has a little grip on the end. I'm drinking it like a coffee mug. But, it's a pretty big-sized mug, don't get me wrong. But she calls it a bowl. So I don't care. Whatever. Go fuck to sleep. So, yep. I have the coffee, too. It doesn't really do anything for me, though. It doesn't wake me up. It doesn't give me a jolt of energy. It does shit. It doesn't do anything for me. I don't get you people that like coffee all this time. Like, I especially don't get the people that go ahead and wait in a god-awful line to get Starbucks. Or a god-awful line to get Dunkin'. Why? Why are you doing this? I mean, you're spending like $5, $6, $7, $8 for iced coffee or a latte or a jibber jabber or whatever. Buy a Keurig. Keurig's $100. You buy the coffees. I mean, they average out to be like 25, 30 cents a K cup. There's your coffee right there. $8 a day, 5 days a week, because I know that the only time you guys stay in line is because got to get that coffee. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to be functional for work. You got to get that coffee. You got to get that coffee. And you guys are willing, more than willing to go ahead and just shell out money. Like, take my money. Give me my Joe. Give me my cup of Joe, damn it. I want my coffee. I need my latte. I need my frappuccino. I need my cappuccino. I need give me my fucking Speed-ino. Not Speedo. Speed-ino. But This is all I need. Give me some water. It doesn't do anything. Like I said, water does just as much as coffee does. Whatever the caffeine count is, apparently doesn't faze me. But apparently it's all the magic my wife needs. That's it. She just needs that one cup of coffee and boom, she's like standing on the Rockies, like having a peppermint patty. She's like, oh yeah, I'm great. Yeah, like she's ready to conquer the world after one cup of coffee. I don't get it. Somebody explain it to me. Because honestly, I don't get how coffee makes anybody superhuman, because that's what you motherfuckers claimed it to be. You guys always go ahead and say, yes, I can't function without my... Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can function without coffee. Is there a Coffeeholics Anonymous or something like that? Because I got to find one. Coffeeholics. Right? Coffeeholics Anonymous. There is one. It's a Facebook here. Coffeeholics Anonymous Remastered. 12-step recovery program. For coffeeholics who want full recovery, recoveries are for you. There's actually a 12-step recovery program for coffeeholics. Oh, but they're not going to tell you. No, you got to pay for it. You got to pay for it. I hate these things. I really do. I hate this thing. I hate it. All right, so let's... This looks like it's going to be funny, so I'm actually going to share it. I kind of want to see where it goes. This is about Coffeeholics. Coffeeholics Anonymous. Let's do it. Let's see what this whole bitch is about.
Okay, everybody, this is Lou. Can we all give him a nice warm welcome?
Hi, Lou.
Welcome to Coffeeholics Anonymous, Lou. We're going to start by each going around and taking turns telling you why we're here so that you feel a little bit more comfortable and so that you know that you're not alone in this battle.
Well, I'm here because...
Remember, start with your name and use your Starbucks voice, not your outdoor voice.
Okay. I'm Greg, you know? And I'm here because...
Hi, Greg.
I'm here because I can't stop drinking coffee, you know? It started out as an innocent thing. 1 cup in the morning, 2 cups if it was a rough morning, you know? But then I upgraded, you know? I was snorting straight bean every 45 minutes, you know?
You know?
You know how hard that is?
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Greg. Can we get someone else to share their story?
I'm Mike and...
Hi, Mike.
Okay, guys. We don't need to say hi to people that we already know.
I'm here because I've been injecting highly concentrated bean juice into my forehead since I was 9.
What? Thank you, Mike. Okay, so Lou, you should be feeling a little bit more comfortable now, so how about you tell us why you're here?
Well, I have to stop drinking coffee because it makes me go to the bathroom, like, immediately. And I'm not talking about number 1. Definitely not number 1.
It makes you go to the bathroom?
That's your biggest problem? You just have to go to the bathroom after you drink it? Why can't you just go to the bathroom, you know?
Because sometimes I'm at a friend's house and I can only go to the bathroom when I'm at my own home.
Well, that just sounds like you being a baby. We have real problems here. It is a real problem! Do you have any idea what it's like when every time someone offers you a cup of coffee, your first question has to be, well, does your toilet have power flush? They look at you like you're crazy and they have to ask you why.
Okay. Let's not get too emotional now.
No! Do you know why I have to ask that? Because I have to tell them, well, if you don't have power flush, then I'm gonna clog your toilet after because coffee is essentially just a poop potion for me and I can't fix your toilet after. And then tomorrow you're gonna have to take off from work and call the plumber. He's gonna give you a time frame like, I don't know, anywhere from 8 to 6, be home, and you know he's gonna show up at the last minute anyway because that's what they always do. So now you just took a whole day off from work for nothing. And then do you know what he's gonna say once he looks at it? He's gonna go, well, you should have had the power flush because this is gonna run you about $3,000. And guess what? I don't have $3,000 to give you. I can't help you with that. So you're gonna pay this guy $3,000 for a new toilet, and guess what? That was gonna go towards your kid's birthday present that he can't get now. And that's all he was looking forward to all year, was that one birthday present. And once he doesn't get it, he's just gonna grow up with a bunch of resentment and hatred for you, and he's gonna be internally angry all the time as an adult, and he's not gonna understand why. All because you had to offer me a cup of coffee. Hi, Lou.
That's pretty deep. I'm just saying. That was pretty deep. I mean, Tiffany Moon says, I quit drinking coffee for a few days. I just enjoy the taste. She's also laughing a lot, so thanks, Tiffany. Appreciate it. 813-699-5353. Now, I guess now I get it. If you really put it into that perspective, where if you're going to take a cup of coffee and you're going to take a big shit, that if somebody doesn't have a power flush, I mean, I guess that's going to ruin you right there. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's going to ruin you. So I get it now. I get it that these people that drink coffee, they have problems. They have some big problems. And I guess I have to go ahead and say, you know what? I feel you. I feel you. Coffee lives matter. They really do. All right, enough of that garbage. Oh, man. So I announced on Monday that there is a new Deadpool movie that's coming out, Deadpool Wolverine. The trailer was amazing. It really was. If you have a chance to see it, go see it. It's on YouTube. Just search Deadpool Wolverine trailer. It is coming out in July 26th, I believe. So definitely, I mean, I will literally be the first one there. I will literally be the first one in the theater, and I will try to find a Deadpool mask. I won't be able to find a Deadpool bodysuit. Trust me, it ain't gonna happen. But I'm about as ugly as he is with all those burn marks, so I'm pretty sure I could find a Deadpool mask, and that's all good. I could do that. Deadpool Wolverine coming out July 26th, I believe. You know what? Before I go ahead and speak, this is, July 26th. I was right. Booyah. Booyah. Hugh Jackman coming in as Wolverine. Ryan Reynolds, of course. And you know the good thing is, Disney took over Marvel and everything like that, and we're all wondering the next Deadpool movie, how PG was it going to be? Fuck that. It's straight R. I mean, the goddamn trailer. The trailer had F-bombs in it. I mean, and not just one or two slips. Oops, sorry. No, heavy-duty fucking F-bombs. I mean, God, I wish I could go ahead and show you guys this. You know what? Damn it, I'm going to show it to you again because this thing made me... I mean, we had a really shitty show after I showed this to me and the wife on there, but I'm going to show it to you. Yes, because you know what? I'm doing this show alone. I need to go ahead and fucking keep moving around. Let's go ahead and do this shit. So here we go. This is Deadpool. Deadpool Wolverine. This is the trailer. And again, this is on YouTube, so go ahead and play it if you dare. Here we go.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, okay. It's been a challenging few years, for sure. But I'm happy. That is because of each and every one of you. I'm the luckiest man alive.
Make a wish, buddy.
Wade Wilson?
Who's asking?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Is that supposed to be scary? Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Mr. Wilson, you appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious.
I wasn't unconscious. Who are you? Why am I here?
Walk with me. Wait. You are special. This is your chance to be a hero among heroes.
Just FYI, this is not the same trailer. So this is actually a new teaser trailer. This looks like this is the censored one. I'm gonna find the uncensored one.
I smell what you're stepping in, Sensei. Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever. I'm the Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus.
God, please! Oh my fuck! God, I love this part. Wait!
Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up. Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
All right, I gotta find the uncensored one, because that was more funny. That was just awesome. They had a lot more interaction with Wolverine and Deadpool. I gotta find that one. Teaser. I want the trailer. Let me see. Full trailer. I don't want the official trailer. Do I? Yeah, I think I want the official trailer. Yeah, I do. That's the official trailer. That's the one I want. All right, let's do this one. This one is the official trailer.
You're not welcome anywhere. I told you, you're not welcome here. You're not welcome anywhere. Now get the fuck out of my bar.
Just give me one more drink and then I'll leave.
Hi, Peanut. I'm gonna need you to come with me right now.
Look, lady, I'm not interested.
All right, well, I'm sort of on the tick-tick, so upsy daisy. Here we go. Oh, whiskey dick of the claws. It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
You don't want this.
Unless you want to take a deep breath through your fucking forehead, I suggest you reconsider. I'm about to lose everything that I've ever cared about.
Not my fucking problem.
Is that what you said when your world went to shit?
Come again.
This Wolverine let down his entire world.
Want to talk about what's haunting you, or should we wait for a third act flashback?
Go fuck yourself.
I don't know anything about saving worlds, but you do.
Trust me, kid, I'm no hero.
You were an X-Man. You were the X-Man. I am soaking wet right now.
Boys are so silly.
This is what I'm talking about. Big slow motion action sequence. Who knows if you live or die? Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Want to do some cocaine?
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
What about Bolivian marching powder?
They know all the slang terms. They have a list.
Even snowboarding?
Even disco dust.
White girl interrupted?
Even forest bump.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes. But I can't.
Tell you, it's fucking awesome. It's awesome. That movie, I cannot wait another 3 months. I gotta see it now. I want to see it now. But it's happening. I had no idea. I had no fucking clue that it was already made. Because there was so much rumors going on, like, oh, what they're talking about making another Deadpool 3. Ryan Reynolds, is he coming back? Is it going to have swearing? Is it going to be PG? Is Disney going to fuck with it? Clearly not. Clearly not now. And this came out, I think, it came out like Monday that I found out. I don't know how long it's been out for, but I clearly just knew about it on Monday. I did one on the show. Tiffany Moon said it's going to be fabulous. Fuck yeah. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. That's all I can say. LFG, baby. Deadpool Wolverine, July 26th. I'm telling you, as soon as they go on sale, I'm buying the goddamn tickets, and I'm going to be the first one in the first theater in the first showing. Well, at least in my area. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. All right. Since it's just me, there's going to be more breaks. One song break in this one. But it's going to be like a 1 song, 4.5 minute break. So go ahead, grab a drink, grab something or whatever, and listen to Attic Door, their song called Cyber World. We're going to go ahead and take one quick break for 4 minutes, and we'll come right back with more show and more stuff to talk about. And again, of course, the number 813-699-5353. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Off to grab a beer. We'll be right back after this.
today's economic and social climate, honest financial advice is a rare commodity. That is why Twat Financial makes it our solemn promise to be straightforward and truthful regarding your financial dreams.
So, I live in my parents' basement, right? And I can't show proof of my income because I'm like a weed dealer. Anyway, I need a loan so that I can buy a python and a gun. And the people at Twat Financial told me to go fuck myself. Thanks, Twat Financial. I want some bagel bites. Mom!
I had just sent a nickel down in the Pelican Bay for my alleged involvement in a domestic disturbance with my bitch and a pizza delivery boy. Now my idea was to order some pizzas from this cocksucker, and when he showed up at my door, I would beat him to death with a croquet mallet. Now I was short on cash and I needed a short-term loan to buy the pizzas. Twat Financial told me to go fuck myself. Honesty is a motherfucker. Thanks, Twat Financial.
I'm black. Those twat bitches told me to go fuck myself before I even filled out a loan application. I was sitting in my crib just thinking about getting a loan. And those crazy white devils called me at my home and told me to go fuck myself. Thanks, Twat Financial, you goddamn motherfuckers.
Twat Financial. Go fuck yourself.
Don't be a pussy. Call Charles now. 813-699-5353.
Now we're back. Alrighty, say hour number 2. How about segment number 2? 38 past the hour here on the Charles Richardson Show. 813-699-5353. You know, for you Star Wars freaks out there, you know, next weekend is a pretty big deal. Next weekend is May the 4th. And of course, that means May the 4th be with you, or May the Force be with you. So now there is, and I'm kind of disappointed because the whole break I've been searching for it to see where it is, where I can get it. And son of a bitch, I don't know where it is. But there is blue milk that is being produced by a couple of dairy farmers. True Moo, which is the more popular of the two, and Kemp's are doing blue milk. It is going to be for a limited time, but they're breaking out for May the 4th, which is National Star Wars Day. Dairy brands are also getting ready to celebrate by offering blue milk, the iconic drink that was first introduced in the first original Star Wars movie. Back then it was just called Star Wars, but then they've rebranded it because of all the other sequels and prequels and all this other shit, branded it Star Wars A New Hope. The jugs will feature labels with characters like Luke and Darth Vader. In a tweet about the milk, Kemp's Dairy says it will be available for a limited time. A tweet on X at Kemp's Cows says, entering the atmosphere near you for a limited time only, Kemp's Blue Milk. The Star Wars rebels in your life will love this low-fat, vanilla-flavored milk. So blue milk is coming to stores that carry Kemp's Dairy. Now, True Moo is a little bit more wide open. At least I know of it. I know of True Moo. I never knew of Kemp's, but I knew of True Moo. And unfortunately, I'm looking at everywhere close by, and they don't sell it. But you would think they would sell it by now. Now, honestly, I would think if anybody had it sold, you would think it'd be close to Disney. That's not even the case. So where the fuck are they selling this? Because I want some. I want some of this blue milk. Give me blue milk. I want to have blue poop. Because that's what happens with the milk, right? It turns your poop blue. I don't know. But my word, I can't do shipping, pickup, delivery. I want blue milk. I mean, it's almost like we might as well just go ahead and put like blue food coloring in milk. And just make it ourselves, really. True Moo chocolate milk. 1% chocolate milk. Is new Star Wars, available in a half gallon. And you got to look where to buy it. So where to buy? I got to find out where that, because obviously it's not here. Is it like in Tampa? Tampa, Florida. Nope, no stores there. City. How about Boston? I'm just going on like, the big names, like the big cities. No, those I don't know. I mean, somebody tell me where the hell they sell this True Mill Blue Milk. Because honestly, I want some. I want to drink blue milk like the rebels used to. But there's you can't find it anywhere. That's the fucking problem. I go where to buy on Kemp's, and Kemp's doesn't even list on their fucking website. Find Port Charlotte, Winn-Dixie. Okay, so I guess they have Kemp's products down here, but it's not milk-based. Anyway, check out your store. God forbid, maybe they have it there where you're at, but they don't have it here. Fucking sucks. I want blue milk, damn it. Anyway, it's coming out for Star Wars. I mean, it should be already, I said by mid-April. We're already past that. We're already past mid-April. We need to go ahead and, let's get this blue milk. If you find some, let me know. I'll drive there to get some blue milk. Fly there, maybe. Gotta get some blue milk. In it's not a study, it's a survey. In a survey, 51% of Americans believe that they would be okay leaving no tip for what they consider bad service. Now, listen, I understand. I understand the back and forth of this, okay? I understand this. You got half of the people thinking, listen, these servers make less than minimum wage. The minimum wage that they make for a server is ridiculous. You're looking at some make like $4, $5, $6 an hour plus tips. Like their tips are basically the majority of their salary. So they literally live on tips. But I also see the other half. It's like, okay, you working as a waiter or waitress. It is your job to give good service or at least be attentive. You know what I'm saying? If I go to a restaurant and say I'm there for about 45 to an hour because, hey, listen, I'm there eating. I give my order. Sometimes that takes 15, 20, 25 minutes, depending on the quality of food that you're going. Sometimes it can take a little bit longer. Then I eat, or I scarf my plate down in like 5 minutes. But seriously, for most people, they're there, talking, conversing with friends and family, kids, whatever, and they're eating their food. And, I mean, you could be there an hour, hour and a half. Just at that one table. Now, granted, servers have other tables. Now, I have never been a server before, but I will say this. I am sure, unless they're short-staffed, and in which case they usually shut down tables because there's not enough staff to take care of them, but I'm sure you get a reasonable, at least a handful of tables during any one given time. My thing with this is if you're a server and I only see you to get my first drink, take my order, and then maybe, not even, no, I take that back. If I see you just one time, you're not doing your job. You're not doing your job. If you come around 2 or 3 times, ask me if I need anything, refill, how is everything? You know what I'm saying? Can I get you anything else? That's what that is average to decent service. That I'm definitely tipping, and I'm tipping at the higher end. I'm looking at 15-20% of the check. My check usually, when I go ahead with my family, is usually about between $40 and $60. So I'm tipping 20%. I'm tipping at least $12 to $15. Okay, and the $12 to $15 on top of your $4, $5 that you made there comes out to about $17, $18 per hour that you made just on waiting my table. I take that back. The $12 is my only table. Now you're making 1 hour serving 6 tables at $4 an hour. I'm just giving a round estimate, $5 an hour. They probably have gone up since the cost limit has gone up. So say you do good on all like 5 tables that you have. Just say you do all good and you get the 15% of the check, and just say everybody's check's about $50. Okay? You're getting $5.50 per table. That's $25 in tips for doing 1 round of service. That's about an hour, hour and a half. That's a pretty damn good rate. And that's not including your measly hourly check that you get. Now, 51% of Americans thinks it is acceptable to leave no tip after receiving bad service, and I agree. The reason I agree is because you can't just skate by on a server role. You can't. If you're taking apart and being the face that I see, the face that you are my representative to get me a drink. You're my representative to go ahead and ask if everything is okay. You're my representative if I need something. You are my representative. So if you're my representative and I only see you one time and I have to call you over or that's not being a very good representative. Now, do I say, it's very rare I do nothing. Very rare. But I will tell you this, if I spend $50 on a restaurant and I get shitty service, you may receive $5. And that's 10%. Now, I am not against, I may look down on it a little bit, but I'm not against people that feel gypped when they get bad service. And I stress the word bad. If you get bad service at a restaurant where the waiter or waitress just clearly shows no empathy, no cheerfulness, not even show. I mean, even if she shows up a couple times and it's like, she doesn't want to be there. Listen, I get it. I don't want to be there either. But you know something? You took a role to go ahead and have a smiling face, a smiley face. Everything's okay. Put on that fucking facade. Don't tell me about the boyfriend cheating on you. Don't tell me about all this other shit that's going on in your life, how you're depressed or anything like that. Listen, I get it. We all have bad days. You're not the only one, sweetheart. But you decide to come into work. You decide to go ahead and take that role. Now, if you at least put in the attempt, even with a smug on your face, if you at least put in the attempt to be my representative at a restaurant, then you know something. I can accept that. I can at least give you a fair expectation. I can go ahead and do that. Karen is on the line there. She says hello, 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 and she made the announcement, I have wheels. There you go. Woo-hoo! There you go, Karen. That one's for you. She has wheels. She's been without a car for how long? She's been having to go ahead and do Uzis for favors and try to get rides and just very shameful things to get across town, but she finally has it. So thank you, Karen. Good job. Congratulations. Had to interrupt there because, hey, that's Karen. We gotta go ahead and show love to Karen. Gotta. So anyway, back to the waitressing. Once again, 51% of people think it is acceptable to leave no tip if you get bad service. Now, one response, apparently, according to this study, stood out among the 40 etiquette questions, and that was the bad service. More men than women said stiffing the wait staff for poor service was okay, 55 versus 47. And I don't know what this has to do with anything. Republicans and independents said the same thing over Democrats. So the survey made no attempt to define what bad service is, but the results indicate how the majority of Americans still view tips as discretionary. It's based on the level of services provided. It really is. Again, when I go to a restaurant, and you can call this really shitty explanation, but when I go to a restaurant, you're there to wait on me. You're there to wait on me and my family at a table. I expect to be greeted courteously. I expect you to get the order correct. Or if the order is incorrect, you follow up and say, hey, is everything okay? No, everything's not okay. This is wrong. I need you to fix this. Oh, I'm very sorry, sir. I will get this to you right away, sir. Thank you. If you go ahead and show an attempt to go ahead and be my liaison, how about that? I like that word better. I like that word. You be my liaison to this restaurant. They am pouring down probably 50, 60, 70, maybe even $80 down, maybe even more, depending on the quality. And you want me to go ahead and get you the higher end of the echelon, which is usually 20, 25% of the check, then I need to see said effort. I'm not asking you to go ahead and, kiss my feet or hover over us the whole time or anything. But, the occasional, hey, how's everything? Does everything taste good? Great. Do you need anything? No? All right. You guys enjoy everything? I'll check back with you in a little bit. Nice job. That's a thumbs up right there. And guess what? 10, 15 minutes later, when we're still probably eating, maybe close to getting finished, and being observant is another thing. You have to be observant of your tables. And again, I've never waited on tables before. But if you have to be observant to the people, the tables that you are serving, because I guarantee you, part one of your job is taking the order and then passing it to the chef. Then number two is to deliver the order, unless there's somebody else that delivers the order, which is possible. But in between that, you go down your list of tables and you show them respect and courteous and show them that, hey, I'm still here. I didn't go on break or anything like that. I'm here to serve you. Now, listen, I get it. You have to go to the bathroom. I get it. You need a smoke break. I get it. But let's put it this way. As a waiter or a waitress, you want the money, you need to do the work. I understand that. And like I said, I've never, except extreme cases, never have gypped anybody on a tip. Now, granted, was it the 25, 30% tip that, you would get if you did a good job? No. It would be the tip that you would get like, I acknowledge you that you were a waiter. Here's something for your troubles. Try not to spend it all on booze. Kind of like, I need money. I'm poor. I'm homeless. Feed me. Here's a couple of bucks. Karen says, I tip good if it's deserved. I've tipped really high for above and beyond because our group is usually large and we aren't just quiet. And I refuse to pay top dollar for poor service. And I agree right there. That's something that me and Karen actually can agree on. You do the service, you give me good service, you get a good tip. As a matter of fact, a tip and possibly even a recommendation say, hey, boss, you got to keep this person. This person's awesome. She's awesome, he's awesome, whatever. I don't discriminate. Boy, girl, whatever, man, woman, whoever's serving me, if they do a kick-ass job, boom. they're getting some money. They're getting some money. The age-old question about tipping remains an issue that nearly divides Americans who are in greater agreement on other more recent policies in U.S. restaurants. 70% of Americans, for instance, think automated 20% service charges are unacceptable, while 31% of respondents think time limits on tables are acceptable. I'll go ahead and say I agree, but to a little bit different. So I say if you're there and you are not eating, or you are not drinking, or you are not, I mean, listen, you go to a football game, that's for 3 hours from start to finish if you decide to be there. If you're not consistently either drinking or eating, then I think there needs to be a clamp on it. You know, I get it, you're not going to eat for 3 hours, but at least keep the beer flowing. You know, don't chug it either. I mean, let's nurse it for like maybe 20 minutes or so before it gets too warm. But if you're there, now, if you're going to be there for 3 hours and if you don't order a whole lot, like me, I ordered like maybe 10 wings, fries, a soda that just keeps getting refilled and refilled, maybe a small appetizer, just to say my check probably didn't come close to like $35 for the course of a 3-hour game. Okay, so if I tip 20% on that, it's only $6. It's not a whole lot. So what I do is I go ahead and leave the bartender or waiter a good $20. Say thank you for taking care of me. Yeah, I get it. That's not going to make up for 3 hours, but hey, that's how much I have. But I also think too, for the time limits to be at a table, I think you gotta set a standard. Like, really, I mean, what type of standard are we talking about? What time limit do we really talk about? Like, say for a party of 4, are we talking 20 minutes a person? Are they acceptable for an hour and 20 minutes at a table? You know, I mean, what's really acceptable? What's really a good time limit for a table of a party of 4? A party of 6, you got to give more leeway to. There's more people. You know, you're going to get a bigger order, bigger tip. You know, I understand you're supposed to flip tables at a pretty good rate. You want to flip those tables every 45 minutes to an hour and 15 every time. You want to flip them as fast as you can. Get their food out, get them eating, get them gone, get your money and get them cashed out. That I get. I understand how that works. I've seen enough restaurant impossibles and bar rescues and all this other shit that I get that's how that works. But at the same time, it's like, I don't think you go ahead and enforce something like that. I think that's petty. I really do. Unless you are a very small restaurant, you don't have a lot of seats and stuff like that, maybe you enforce that limit. The first time I've ever seen that, I went with my buddy Ray to a Puerto Rican buffet. And you know what the Puerto Rican maximum time limit for per table is 1 hour. I'm thinking, oh shit, we got to go ahead and go. And you know what also they put on there? It's very interesting. I don't even know if they follow along with this. They say you're charged extra for all food that's left on your plate. Like, if you don't finish your plate of food at a buffet, they count that against you. They start like upcharging you and shit. So I made sure I ate everything on my plate. I didn't take much. I did a little bit because I wasn't sure about some of the food. I didn't know what the fuck it was. It was in Spanish. But anyway, I really like to know what you people think. Leave a comment in the Facebook. Go ahead and give us a call, 813-699-5353. Listen, we're going to take our midway break, regular 2 songs like normal. So we got Dirty Minds from Detroit and Freak Star. We'll go ahead and do that. About 8 minutes of songs. Got another couple of minutes on for a bit. 10 minutes. Come on back. And we'll be right around with hour number 2. We're already partway in there. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Stay where you are. The Charles Richardson Show will return after this.
You told me that you loved me, girl. Was that a lie? Now you're running around with some backdoor guy. My friends all say you've been
Yeah, I'm over here. I'm over here at Burger King right here in San Clemente. No, not San Clemente. I'm sorry. I live in San Clemente. I'm in Laguna Niguel, I think. That's where I'm at. I'm at a drive-thru right now. I ordered my food 3 times. They're mopping the floor inside, and I understand they're busy. They're not even busy. Okay, I've been the only car here. I asked for 4 different times to make me a Western barbecue burger. Okay, they keep giving me a hamburger with lettuce, tomato, and cheese, onions. And I said, I'm not leaving. I want a Western burger because I just got my kids from Taekwondo. They're hungry. I'm on my way home, and I live in San Clemente. Okay, she gave me another hamburger. It's wrong. I said 4 times. I said, I want it. She goes, can you go out and park in front? I said, no. I want my hamburger right. So then the lady came to the manager, or whoever she is. She came up and she said, you want your money back? And I said, no, I want my hamburger. My kids are hungry, and I have to jump on the toll freeway. I said, I am not leaving this spot, and I said, I will call the police because I want my Western burger done right. Now, is that so hard?
Okay, what exactly is it you want us to do for you?
I send the officer down here. I want them to make me right.
Ma'am, we're not going to go down there and enforce your Western bacon cheeseburger.
What am I supposed to do?
This is between you and the manager. We're not going to go enforce how to make a hamburger. That's not a criminal issue. There's nothing criminal.
So I just stand here. So I just sit here and watch.
You need to calmly and rationally speak to the manager and figure out what to do between you.
She did come up, and I said, can I please have my Western burger? She said, I'm not dealing with it. She walked away. Because they're mopping the floor, and it's all full of suds, and they don't want to run. They don't want to go through there. And
ma'am, then I suggest you get your money back and go somewhere else. This is not a criminal issue. We can't go out there and make them make you a cheeseburger the way you want it.
Well, you're supposed to be here to protect me.
Well, what are we protecting you from? A wrong cheeseburger?
No.
Is this a harmful cheeseburger or something? I don't understand what you want us to do.
Well, just come down here. I'm not leaving.
No, ma'am, I'm not sending the deputies down there over a cheeseburger. You need to go in there and act like an adult and either get your money back and go home.
She's not acting like an adult herself. I'm sitting here in my car. I just want them to make my kids a Western burger.
Ma'am, this is what I suggest. I suggest you get your money back from the manager and you go on your way home.
Okay.
Okay? Bye-bye.
He's just a fat Howard Stern. This is the Charles Richardson Show.
And we're back. 12 minutes into the top of the hour here on the Charles Richardson Show. 813-699-5353. If you want to join in the conversation, Facebook, we're live there as well on the Charles Richardson Show page. We're also live there on the Just for Fun radio page, as well as my personal profile, Charles Richardson. We're also on YouTube. Check us out there, The Charles Richardson Show. We have our own channel. Not sure really how good it really is, but you can check it out anyway at The Charles Richardson Show on YouTube. Excuse me. Georgia went ahead and actually passed a new law that bans minors under 16 from using social media without parental consent. Now, Florida had something similar to this. I think they passed it, if I'm not mistaken. I think. But this is how it goes. Senate Bill 351, which was passed by both chambers last month, takes effect July 1st, 2025. I mean, over a year from now. It requires social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram to make, quote, commercially reasonable efforts, end quote, to verify the ages of the users. The platforms must decide how they will obtain parental consent for users under 16, such as a signed form or video call. Social media sites must treat anyone who can't be verified as underage. So basically, you don't get that magical blue check mark, I guess, or whatever, that you used to get on Twitter. Kemp, the governor of Georgia, Brian Kemp, says, we cannot continue to sit by and do nothing as young Georgians develop addictions and disorder and suffer at the hands of online antagonists. That's what he said they signed in. Basically, it was to hamper cyberbullying and protect kids from the negative mental health effects related to social media. You think it's just kids? You think that's all it is, just kids? I mean, I get it. We need to go ahead and protect them and everybody that's, over 18 and up, just fend for yourself, or 16 and up for this case. A number of other states, apparently this is more fluent than I thought, Louisiana, Texas, and Utah have passed laws requiring parental consent for minors using social media, but a federal judge blocked Arkansas's enforcement of its law in August. Now, Florida, the state I'm in, recently passed a law banning social media accounts for children under 14, regardless of parental consent, and requiring parental permission for 14 and 15-year-olds. Georgia's law also bans social media use on school devices and on school Wi-Fi required. Let me make sure I get that right. Georgia's law also bans social media use on school devices and on school Wi-Fi, requires porn sites to verify users are at least 18, and mandates schools to provide additional education on social media and internet use, which I do like. I like that. I like that idea. Starting next July, pornography viewers will have to verify the age by uploading a government-issued photo ID to porn sites. If minors are found accessing the adult sites, companies will be held liable and could face fines of up to $10,000 for each child. Opponents of the law, including NetChoice, which is a trade group of online businesses, and the Free Speech Coalition, argue it violates the rights of Georgians. Sounds like a fucking alien race. Carl Zasbo, who's NetChoice's vice president and general counsel, said there are better ways to protect Georgians from their families and their data online without infringing on their freedoms or jeopardizing their safety and security. So I have my takes on this. I like the idea because, again, we're looking at cyberbullying. We're looking at putting a real legal face to the profile. I got no problem going ahead and flashing my ID to the company and saying, yeah, this is me. Yeah, I'm saying all this. I'm doing all this. This is my profile. This is my show. And whatever I say, yeah, I'll back it up. I'm not apologizing for anything I say. Anything. Nothing. Got no reason to apologize to anyone. You don't like it? Tough shit. I'm not bullying anybody. I'm speaking my opinion. Opinion. You don't like it? Don't fucking listen. Think it's going to hurt me? I don't care. But I like the idea that kids can no longer just go on and start bullying other kids. Which, if we do this, we pretty much almost eliminate all cyberbullying. Really, if you really think about it. I mean, I think there probably may be a good handful of parents, maybe a lot of parents, I don't know, depending on their beliefs. But there's going to probably be a good amount of parents that say, you know what, yeah, fuck it, go ahead and go on TikTok, go on Twitter, go on YouTube, or whatever. Go, just whatever, go. And they'll say, yeah. I give Jonathan my permission. I give Audrey my permission to go ahead. She can use social media. But if they go ahead and eliminate that, honestly, number one, how is it violating your rights? You don't have the right to use social media. It's a privilege that can be taken away. Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, WhatsApp, all these sites, all these social media platforms can restrict whatever the fuck they want. And a lot of times they restrict sayings that are true, even though they say they're not true. Which I'll probably get kicked off on that one there because I'm saying you motherfuckers kick people off and block people because of shit they say that is their opinion. Whether it be fact or not, it's an opinion. It doesn't have to be fact. It's their opinion. Opiniana. But Facebook and all these other social media sites, it is a privilege. And you people out there think that this is, oh, we have the right to. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have the right. You don't have the right to use a platform any way you want and think you're going to get away with it. There are rules there. There are rules and ethics that Facebook you have to follow. There's rules and ethics that YouTube you have to follow. TikTok you have to follow. You have to follow all these rules. It is not your right. Just like it's not your right to be able to drive a car. Oh, you're suspending my license. That's a violation of my rights. No, it's not. You're given a license to drive. That license can be revoked. That license can be taken away, and you will no longer have the privilege of driving a motor vehicle. Just like if you violate anything that's on Facebook, social media, Twitter, or X, whatever the fuck you want to call it nowadays, you violate any of their rules, and you're kicked off. You're done. I mean, you probably get a warning. You'll probably be banned for a week or 30 days or whatever the fuck it is. But there is penalties if you disobey their rules. Now, if you want to go ahead and build a website and build a social media site and build it, fuck it, that's your baby. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, but you can't just go on to somebody else's social media. You can't go on to Zuckerberg's Facebook and expect to go ahead and treat other people like shit, talk shit about them, bully them, harass them, and you think you're going to get away with it? No. So you know what they have to do? Well, it's not they have to do, but it's a choice. What they're going to do is now they're going to make people more accountable because they feel it's now become very obvious that creating a profile is almost next to nothing. You can create, probably 5 million profiles. One goes down, fuck you, I'll just create another one. Apparently creating profiles and having you and you getting blocked because you offended somebody or basically I can't think of it. It's on the tip of my tongue. The rights, the whole list of rights, the whole list, the whole bylaws for Facebook. I don't know what there's an easier way. I'm going into I have a brain freeze going on right now. But you go and you enforce the laws of Facebook. And it's like, okay, well, you're down for a week. I'll just make another profile. And then you're down, I'll make another profile. And then you get caught, I'll make another profile. Well, what they're doing now in this, and it's sad that it has to come to the states to do this. Because I would think with all the cyberbullying going on and all the harassment, all the trafficking that's really out there, and it's really disgusting that these social media sites aren't taking code of conduct. That was what I was looking for, code of conduct. But it's really sad that these social media sites aren't doing more, and that states have to go ahead and start passing these laws. I truly believe social media can be used for good. I believe social media can be used by everybody. Yes, including, kids, adolescents. I would say I think we need to put an age limit. I think when you get into high school, I think that's good. 14, 15. I think that's where you can start social media. I think if you want to take it a step further, maybe middle school, you have how they have not the internet, but the intranet, where it's like a closely knit, secure websites for students to go on. I think maybe they can do an internal social media, an internal school Facebook for that matter. and that can be monitored by the principal, the teachers, and all this other stuff. And it's, and it's for real. Like, they don't make the profiles. The parents and the teachers get together. They make the profiles. The kids just can go ahead and access them. They won't be able to change pictures or profiles or anything else or anything, but they can go on and like interact with other kids. Like, hey, you wanna play Fortnite, or hey, you want to come over and have a sleepover, or hey, we're gonna go to Chuck E. Cheese. You're all invited. Here's an invite. I mean, I think that would be a cool idea, is to have an intranet for each school where you're by grade. And I would say middle school and up. Elementary school, I think you're too young for that right now, even though I'm probably going to be talking wrong on that one. But let's take it, one step at a time. I think if you're underage, you should be limited to the people that you interact in school. I think that should be step one. For people 16 and up, I think you're brave enough. You have your own license. You have your own identification. You're probably driving on your own. You want to hang out with friends outside of life and socialize with people in the neighborhood. I think, okay, fine. I think you're old enough to the point where if you're being given a license to drive, you're given that much responsibility. I'd say, yeah, social media is probably in your wheelhouse, and I agree with the 16 and up age. I agree with that. But I'm just very surprised that, these people haven't done more. These social media sites haven't done more to protect kids. I honestly think that they should be doing more. They should be enforcing like some type of ID program where, okay, you have to present us your physical ID, and they go ahead and take the ID. Or you know what? Not even ID. Just write down the driver's license or a state ID number. You type in the state ID number, and boom, pops up your information that's already on there on the government page, because I'm sure they have that. And there's your profile. And if you fuck up and you want to create a new profile, then you're gonna have to give us a call that you are who you are, because you can go ahead and try to steal somebody's ID and type in their name, and they don't know that there's another profile that's already been created. So I think there's a lot of promise here, and I think this is just the start, to be honest with you. We got already, a couple of handfuls of states already trying to bring into this. People, it's like, oh, it's against my rights. It's against my rights. Yay. You're violating my rights. I can't believe I have to provide an ID. You're saying a lot more stuff on social media than your ID. And it's just, listen, I think this is all fair in love and war and in games and played. And honestly, this is to protect the youngins. It really is, because we're seeing way too much cyberbullying going on out there. Way too much mental health problems. A lot of mental health problems going on out there. And it's all about being depressed, body shaming, just shaming, period. Doesn't have to be body shaming, just shaming, period. It's the way of the world, and it really sucks that people have to be that way. And I'm not saying because, we're a pussy generation and we can't take it. Not like back in the 80s and 90s where somebody went ahead and called us names. We just punched them in the face. No, it's a different world now. It really is. And I'm not saying that we have to be pussies about it, but it's like, for God's sakes, ease up. Because these people that are getting bullied on, they're not coming back and kicking your ass. They're not coming back and defending themselves. They're hanging themselves. They're eating their life away. They're being secluded in the dark. And that's not what you want. You want people to be able to go ahead and show their faces and able to go ahead and live their lives and live a happy life, especially kids. I mean, when is it right to go ahead and take away those feelings that kids have? I mean, that's not right. And who the fuck are you, you big fucking bully? You're probably just as big of a dork as the people that you say that they are. I'm just saying, it's just, yes, the bullies need to stop because you're probably no fucking better than they are. You're no better than the people that you call these names to, the people that you shame. You're no better. You're no better. And that's the truth. No matter what you think you are, no matter how high of that horse that you think you are, you're not. You're nowhere close to it. And that's the truth. So hopefully, unfortunately, parents can't go ahead and parent anymore. Everybody's on social media. And this is what we're reduced to. We're reduced to now passing laws limiting access to people using social media because they can't take it. And it's not because, I want them to, we want them to go ahead and take it. No, they shouldn't have to take it. Not like this. Not like this at all. It's sad. But I agree. I agree with that. And hopefully we can respect people a lot better now that we only have one profile to ruin. Because if we ruin that one profile, that's it. You're screwed. You're screwed. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and take a one-song break on this one here. We're coming up right here at 9:32. 28 more minutes till the show is over. We have Crawl. No, you know what? No, fuck Crawl. Let's go ahead and do Green Light Graffiti. Like Green Light Graffiti. And this is Just Fine. Got 5 minutes on this tune, and we'll come right back. So listen, stay where you are. We got our final segment coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Search The Charles Richardson Show.
Sick of all the other light beers? Then grab a triple hop brewed Miller Lite, which is exactly the same as all the other light beers. Zero carbs, cause it's fuel injected and ready to haul ass in your bloodstream with its vortex bottle top. So you'll be fighting that middle-aged polo shirt wearing degenerate that looks exactly like you in no time. Cause you watch the UFC and you've shot a gun before. And right now, it's 2 in the afternoon and you're totally fucked up and pissing in broad daylight on a cop car. But who cares? Cause you have an associate's degree in horticulture and you work at Boscov making $6.50 an hour. So go home to your grandmother's house, crack open an ice cold Miller Lite, and masturbate to that kind of hot chick you saw at the bar that you were too much of a pussy to talk to. Miller Lite, it's Miller time.
Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Search The Charles Richardson Show.
And welcome back. The final segment here of the Charles Richardson Radio Show. We are here live on Wednesday, April 24, 2024. That's right, 4/24/24. Isn't it lovely? Make sure you go ahead and follow us. We are on multiple Facebook pages. The Charles Richardson Show Facebook page, which is our de facto home. We're also on the Just for Fun Radio Facebook page. And we're also on my personal profile page on Facebook. Make sure you check it out right there. And speaking of pages, we're also on YouTube. So make sure you check us out there at the Charles Richardson Show. Go ahead and search for it. Sign up, subscribe to our channel. It is free. And we welcome everybody of all races, all ages, genders, whatever floats your boat, whatever floats the turd. Joe Biden is in the news, and I actually kind of like this. Even though I'm not a salaried employee, I work per hour, get paid paycheck to paycheck. But apparently, according to Biden, they have finalized a new rule to make millions of more salaried workers eligible for overtime pay in the U.S. The move marks the largest expansion in federal overtime eligibility seen in decades. Starting this July 1st, employers will be required to pay overtime to salaried workers who make less than $43,888 a year in certain executive, administrative, and professional roles. That's what the Labor Department said on Tuesday. That cap will rise by almost $15,000 to $58,656 by the start of 2025. Where are they coming up these numbers? I don't know. I'm assuming it's the average medium poverty, some shit like that. Secretary of Labor Julie Su said in a statement, too often, lower-paid salary workers are doing the same job as their hourly counterparts, but are spending more time away from their families for no additional pay, and that's just unacceptable. Tuesday's news marks a significant jump from the current overtime eligibility threshold of $35,568, which was set under the Trump administration in 2019, just 3 years after a more generous Obama effort that ultimately was settled in court after facing pushback from some businesses leaders and Republican politicians. Under the federal law, nearly all hourly workers in the U.S. are entitled to overtime pay after 40 hours a week, but many salaried workers are exempt from that requirement unless they earn below a certain level. The new rule also expands overtime eligibility for some highly compensated workers, according to the Labor Department FAQ. The current $107,432 annual threshold for highly compensated workers is set to increase to $134,964 on July 1st, and then again on the start of 2025 to $151,164, almost $45,000 increase for the cap in less than 2 years. The Labor Department estimates that 4 million lower-paid salary workers who are exempt under current regulations will become eligible for overtime protections in the first year under the new rule. In addition, 292,900 higher compensated workers are also expected to get overtime entitlements. The July 1st increases update the current salary thresholds using the ideology in place under the Trump administration in their 19 regular blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, I'm seeing it. So I think I'm a little bit halfway on this here. So if you take a salary and you're doing it, so you're taking a salary based on you're expected to work to get the job done, and this is the amount we're paying you. If you get that job done in 20 hours or 40 hours, we're giving you the same price. So it's obviously better if you get it done faster. I mean, obviously, the employers are not going to go ahead and give you less than 40 hours of actual work, which means, yeah, you're probably going to be spending 42, 45, 50 hours a week doing what it needs to be taken, and you're going to get paid this sum. So yeah, that's where I feel it's a little bit kind of mundane. If you know what I'm saying, maybe that's not the right word. I'm over here thinking it's like if you're going to go ahead and get paid a salary, I think it needs to be a salary that is beneficial to 40 hours a week at X amount of rate. And if you push past the 40, then we need to take a look at your workload, or we need to take a look at maybe replacing you so somebody can get that workload done in that time frame. And it really all depends on how the employers are looking at, because I guarantee you, if I'm an owner of a business and I have salaried workers, and all of a sudden these workers aren't getting the jobs done in the time that they're supposed to get the job done, I'm taking a look at, okay, what am I doing here? Because I don't want these people working more than they should, because I don't want to have to pay them anymore. You know, I pay them a set salary, and that's what that should be taken home. So honestly, that's how I feel. Obviously, not a whole lot of detail. I didn't read the bill or anything like that. It's not really one that I do. But I kind of saw this, and I'm thinking, okay, this is kind of cool. Biden's actually, it seems like it's doing something cool, but I know a lot of businesses are going to fight back on this, because it's like, hey, you're fucking up the works. What the hell's going on there, you old man? So I get it. A dealership went ahead and disabled her car. I don't know how you disable a car. Anyway, not even a week late, a car owner pays a dealership, but they disabled her car in a Planet Fitness parking lot over lack of pay, even though she paid it. A car owner recently went viral when she shared that her dealership disabled her vehicle, stranding her in the Planet Fitness parking lot. Well, at least she was getting in shape. The video was posted on Tuesday by TikToker Legacy with 3 Ys. It has received over 260,000 views and mixed responses from commenters, with some being horrified and others believing the dealership had every right to remotely shut down her vehicle. Sitting in the car, Legacy explained her situation. She said, "My car note isn't even a week late," she said. "It is due on the 4th of April. Today's the 9th. I told them I'm going to pay this Friday. Not even a week late, and they cut my car off." Well, sweetheart, you're late. I mean, dealerships and note holders, they're not lenient. They're not lenient to grace periods. I mean, I've had to deal with a lot. I mean, even if you go ahead and make arrangements, they're not very lenient. Anyway, according to Legacy, the dealership remotely deactivated her vehicle while she was working out. Luckily, after she said she was able to call them and get her car reactivated, she can get home. However, they reportedly informed her that they would deactivate it afterward. Shocked and upset, Legacy questioned whether she wanted a car that could be cut off remotely without her knowledge. She remarked, "I don't want to have a car that has the power to cut off my car, and it's not even a week late, so I'm going to give this car back, honestly." CBS reports that lenders began to install these devices in the early 2010s, known as starter interrupters, SIDs, and GPS trackers. These devices are hidden under the dash, hood, or trunk of the car, gaining popularity during a subprime auto loan boom 10 years ago. Dealers used these devices for loans given to a consumer with a credit score below 640. By 2015, approximately 2 million vehicles, a third of all auto loans, had payment assurance devices, those locks, installed. Though proponents argued that these devices allow consumers access to vehicles they may not be able to obtain otherwise, there have been claims of vehicles being shut off while they're idling or driving on the freeway. A starter interpreter, according to Sabrabana Motors, I don't know what that is, but anyway, is hardware embedded into the circuitry of the vehicle. It's connected to the engine. The switch is turned off when the code is entered, either remotely by the car's owner. However, if a payment is missed, then the device turns on, disrupting electrical currents in the engine and stopping proper combustion. Usually, car owners receive warnings about their vehicles being turned off unless a payment is made. Shabiana Motors also noted that a properly installed SID will never shut off when the car is in motion. So anyway, viewers were divided over whether or not the dealership was in the right. One of them said, I heard of the electronic company cutting your power off for no payment, but a car company, damn, a viewer exclaimed. Another one said, they tell you that when you finance a car and you have subpar credit. Unfortunately, anything after the due date is considered late. More people said, y'all got to stop going to them kind of places. That would piss me off. Well, yeah, of course it would piss you off, but make your payment. Car note always gets paid. Priorities are off. Yeah, you get that. There was another one here. I had a friend that used to leave her car running nonstop until she paid them. You can imagine how much gas that went through. And then another one said, I had a car like that, and I said never again. Well, there it is. Negotiating a car contract can be confusing to many people. One TikToker advised consumers to ask for the out-the-door price and to avoid discussing monthly budgets with a salesperson. This tactic allegedly keeps the salesperson from sticking to a script that can rope customers into unneeded add-ons and expenses. It's number one, obviously the add-ons and expenses and all that stuff, that's another story for another day. What you got to realize, too, is, listen, when you have these subprime creditors, which I'm in there, my credit's like in the mid-500s. So if you're below 640, you're looking to buy a car, okay, yeah, you can buy a car, but we're going to LoJack you. We're going to basically know where you are. We're going to be able to cut your car off. You're not going to use it. And this is great. It's great for a couple of reasons because, number one, the dealership knows where you are by GPS. So we know if that car's in the garage. We know if that car's sitting on the side of the park. We know you're at a Planet Fitness. You go in to go ahead and do your workout. Guess what? We're disabling your car. We don't need a repo guy. We just need you to pay your fucking bill. Pay your bill, we unlock the car. I mean, it does save the car dealership some money. Go ahead and calling out Joe the repo guy and saying, hey, go pick up this car. So I get how they do it. I guess the bottom line is, listen, you have bad credit, make sure you can make the payment. And honestly, whatever your name is, who are you? Legacy? You're leaving a legacy for paying late. Not a good legacy. Just do yourself a favor. Pay your car note. The thing also being is if she says what I think she says and it's true, then obviously that dealership has a no tolerance rule. That dealership is like one of those buy here, pay here places, and it's like, listen, those are one of those things you pay every week. Not every month, every week. That's what it sounds like. It's one of those buy here, pay here places. Listen, people with bad credit like myself, that's what we have to resort to sometimes. It ain't pretty. We have to resort to that sometimes. Finally, we're going to go ahead and end with Disney news. So, the Disney and There is one thing here that I wanted to go ahead and mention, and it does have to do with people with disability, because I do have one. I'm not going to be affected by this, but some people will. Now, Disney World and Disneyland, they have a pretty cool feature called the Disability Access System. What that basically is if you have a disability like ADHD, basically PTSD, something like that, where it makes it very difficult for you to actually tolerate in a long line, they allow you to go ahead and come back at a time. So, like, for instance, if you have this accessibility, by the way, don't call it a pass. Don't ever call it a pass. But if you have that accessibility, what you do basically is you go on the app, the My Disney Experience app, which is beautiful, by the way. If you're ever in Disney, you're going to see how great this thing is. You go to the app, and right away you can go ahead and see what the wait times are for the rides. So, like, for instance, if you want to go to Splash or Big Thunder Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain has a 55-minute wait. Well, next to that, you pull up the ride, you click on the ride, and there's a block if you're on a DAS, the Disability Access. There's a block that allows you to tap on it to basically schedule a time to go back through the Lightning or Fast Pass lane. So that way you don't have to wait in the 55-minute line the whole time. Now, this came in really handy. You can only use it one ride at a time, but you don't have to go to the ride, have them sign a piece of paper, then leave, and then do something else for like 50 minutes or whatever. And a lot of times, the 55-minute wait, you're usually waiting 40 to 45 minutes before you're coming back. Anyway, my point is that people have been abusing this pass for a long time, allegedly, which I think is true, because they noticed that people getting approved for this pass went up like 65% over the past 2 years. So Disney is following in the footsteps of Six Flags and Universal Studios, and they're going to go ahead and perform a better screening. Now, Universal Studios is assholes to this. What they do is you have to go to an independent medical app. You have to upload your documentation to prove from your doctor that you have said issue. A lot of people are saying, wait, that violates HIPAA. No, it doesn't. Apparently, if you go through this app, a medical professional, it does not violate HIPAA. All it does basically is that independent third-party app, that program, that department, approves or disapproves you for disability access. So Disney, what they're going to do is they're going to still do face-to-face. They're not going to ask for information, to my understanding. But if any questions arise, they will have a health agency to cover. It hasn't been made clear how they're doing this, but a lot of people are pissed off. Now, the good news is the DAS pass usually lasts 60 days for just going up, saying you have a disability, and say, okay, here you are. Have a nice day. Now, once approved, it will last for 120 days from the time that you get approved. You cannot go to the park and do this. You must do it virtually before you go to the park. A lot of people are pissed off about this because they think that now people with real disabilities are going to get turned down. The DAS update, which is set to begin in May 20th at Walt Disney World and June in Disneyland, limits the program to guests with developmental disabilities like autism. DAS defenders argue these restrictions exclude many who need the service, those with cancer, PTSD, narcolepsy, POTS, multiple sclerosis, low vision, dependence on oxygen tanks. Many believe this policy is unfair and would endanger some guests by forcing them to wait in lines they can't tolerate for medical reasons. Now, again, this is what the DAS people that already have think is going to happen. Developmental disabilities. I think PTSD, narcolepsy, I think those are still in play if you want to know my opinion. But we're going to see. So it is, honestly, we're going to have to wait and see. DAS, the defenders, further criticize the proposed solutions. They point out that suggesting disabled guests use the rider switch option fails to consider those who travel alone or with other disabled companions. Similarly, recommended Genie Plus purchase is seen as is unfair since disabled individuals often have higher living expenses compared to non-disabled. The defenders list the following request of Disney: revise the Disability Access Pass program to include a diverse range of disabilities, not just developmental disabilities. Devices and programs that are often used as an accommodation must be free or low cost and abundantly available. Train all cast members in I can't pronounce that. Party sizes should be considered by a case-by-case basis. Reduce prices on Disney Plus. Meet with us, a group of actually disabled park guests, to learn about the true needs. So, yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on that, unfortunately, we're going to have to wait till next month to find out, and that includes me as well. So we'll have to find out all that. All right, listen, folks, that is it. We've come to the end of the show. Want to thank everybody for joining in. Make sure you go ahead and catch us Monday and Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on the show. We will see you next week. And don't forget my podcast on the Touchdown Crew. This Saturday, we have the doubleheader game for the UFL coming to you live. Make sure you join us for that fun. We'll see you. Take care, everybody.
Fly too high, get to see the light. Yeah, it's true, been there before.